Welcome to EDU World Space.
Okay, so I see that you need help with this problem. And for this problem, it says a single penny is tossed 20 times and counting heads and tails. So the probability or the prediction of getting a heads, that would be, come on. Guess it's just going to be a little difficult. If I move this maybe. Okay, here we go. Sorry about that. So I would predict that I would get 10 heads and 10 tails. So actual results. So if I do this, 1 is a heads, 2 tails, 3 heads, 4 heads, 5 heads, I'm sorry, tails, then tails again, then tails again, heads, heads, heads. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then heads, heads, heads again, heads again, ooh, heads again, tails, tails again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 3 more times, tails again, tails again, and 1 more time, tails again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I actually got 9 tails and 11 heads. And then you would have to get your class total of how many, your total class, how many times they got heads and how many times they got tails. Single die tossed 24 times, and counting the number of times the number below 3 occurs. So 24 times. So I get a 4, a 2, a 6, a 3, a 3, a 1, a 6, a 2, a 1, another 1, a 6, a 6, a 6, a 4, a 3, a 6, a 4, a 5, a 4, a 2, a 3, a 2, a 6, and a 2. All right, so first of all, the actual probability of this happening. So the probability about how many times out of 32 of 2 heads. So I'm sorry, the probability of rolling it 24 times and it's below 3, that's numbers 1 and 2. So it would be 2 out of a total of 6, and then plus 2 out of 6, I'm sorry, times 2 out of 6, times 2 out of 6, times 2 out of 6. So that would be 1/3 times 1/3. So adding that all up, because then that would be 24 times 2, 4, 6, 8 out of 24. Okay. And then actual results number below a 3. So that's a 1 or a 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I got 8 numbers below 3. And then you'd have to figure out your class totals by getting that the next day or asking the class. 2 pennies tossed simultaneously 32 times and counting the number of 2 heads, a head and a tails, and 2 tails. So getting 2 heads, so that would be 1/2 times 1/2, which would be 1/4. And then out of 32 times, that would be, if I multiply times 8, that would be 8 out of 32. And then heads and a tails. So if I'm then getting a heads and a tails, that's still 8 out of 32. And 2 tails would still be 8 out of 32. So when I'm tossing that coin and I count my results, so I already had done this ahead of time, tossing both of them 32 times, I got 6 out of 32. And tossing a head and then a tails, I got 10 out of 32. And 2 tails, I got 8 out of 32. So you have 2 dice tossed simultaneously 32 times and counting the number of 2 odd numbers and an odd and an even in 2 even numbers. Okay, so first of all, let's talk about this. There is a total of, for 2 odd numbers on 1 dice, there's a total of 3 odd numbers out of 6. So that's 1/2 because the odd numbers are 1, 3, and 5 on a dice. So I would multiply 1/2 times 1/2, which is 1/4, okay? And 1/4 is equivalent to how many out of 32? Well, that would be 8 out of 32. And then you're having the same probability of an odd number and then an even number. So that would be 8 out of 32 and 8 out of 32. And then my actual results, if I toss, when I actually did this, I got 7 out of 32. For an odd and an even number, I got 11 out of 32. And for 2 even numbers, I got 6 out of 32. So I hope that this video helped. This is the middle school math teacher signing out.